Here's a hard truth most people miss about burnout. If rest alone fixed it, your last weekend off would have worked. But it didn't, and that's not your fault. Burnout isn't just about being tired or stressed. Research defines it as a state of emotional exhaustion, mental distancing from your work, and a reduced sense of effectiveness. It happens when your nervous system stays under too much pressure for too long, without enough recovery or meaning. And that real recovery isn't just about taking more time off or trying to push through it. Today, I want to walk you through 5 science-backed ways to truly recover from work burnout. These are based on psychology, neuroscience, and how our brains actually heal from chronic stress. These aren't quick fixes. They're realistic strategies that work in the real world for real professional lives. The first way to recover from burnout is to restore your sense of control. Burnout is strongly linked to a perceived loss of control. When the demands feel endless and your decisions feel forced, your brain shifts into a chronic stress response. This keeps your nervous system on high alert, even when nothing urgent is actually happening. You might notice this when your calendar completely controls your day, or when every single task feels reactive instead of chosen. Recovery starts by reintroducing small, meaningful choices into your day. I'm not talking about big life decisions here, small ones, like choosing when to start your most demanding task, choosing what gets your best energy, and what just gets good enough. Even these small moments of autonomy signal safety to your brain. Safety is where real recovery begins. The second way is to separate your effort from your self-worth. Burnout thrives when your value as a person feels directly tied to your output. When your productivity drops, your self-criticism rises, and that internal pressure just keeps the stress cycle going and going. From a psychological standpoint, this activates what's called threat-based motivation, the kind that's driven by fear, not purpose. You might notice this when resting feels uncomfortable, or when you feel guilty for not doing more. Recovery requires shifting from that threat to support. That means treating your reduced capacity as information, not as a failure. It means acknowledging your limits without attacking yourself for having them. When self-judgment starts to decrease, your cognitive resources slowly begin to return. And with them, you'll find more clarity and energy. The third way is to regulate your nervous system, not just your schedule. Burnout is often mistaken for a time management problem. But research shows it's more accurately a nervous system problem. When stress is prolonged, your body stays in a state of high alert, even when you're resting. That's why sleep doesn't feel refreshing. It's why vacations help for a little while, but then the effects just fade away. Recovery comes from sending consistent signals of safety to your body. Simple practices like slower, more intentional breathing, brief walks without any stimulation like podcasts or music, or even just moments of quiet between tasks can help your nervous system downshift. These aren't productivity hacks, they're physiological resets. And over time, they allow your brain to finally exit survival mode. The fourth way is to rebuild meaning before you worry about motivation. Many people wait for their motivation to return before they change how they work. But science actually shows that meaning comes first. Burnout often erodes the sense that your effort even matters. That's why cynicism starts to creep in. You might hear yourself thinking, what's the point of all this? Recovery involves reconnecting with the parts of your work that still feel aligned with you, even in small ways. I'm not talking about grand passion. I'm talking about alignment. It could be a single task that feels useful, a conversation that feels honest, a boundary that you set that reflects your personal values. Meaning reduces emotional exhaustion by restoring a sense of purpose, which your brain interprets as direction, not more pressure. And the fifth way is to pace your recovery instead of rushing it. One of the biggest mistakes people make in burnout recovery is trying to bounce back as quickly as possible. Your brain doesn't heal on command. It heals through consistency. Pushing yourself to return to full capacity too soon often just leads to a relapse. Recovery works best when your capacity is rebuilt gradually. That means respecting your low energy days. It means reducing the intensity of your work before you try to increase the volume. And it means allowing your recovery to be uneven, with ups and downs. Progress isn't a straight line, and that's completely normal. Let me just pause for a moment here. As you listen to these 5 strategies, which one feels the most relevant to you right now? And which one have you maybe been avoiding? That answer usually matters more than we think. Burnout isn't a personal failure, it's a signal. It's your mind and your body responding to prolonged stress without enough support, control, or meaning. Recovery doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen, especially when you listen to those early signals and respond intentionally. You don't need to become someone else to heal. You just need to work with how your brain and nervous system actually function. That's something you can start doing today. If this video helped you understand burnout recovery more clearly, feel free to like the video and subscribe for more science-based conversations about work and well-being. And I'm curious, which of these recovery strategies feels the hardest for you right now? You can share it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.